Previously on Trails through Daybreak, Van went to the Blacklight District to meet Jin. Although their goal was to discuss Almada with Walter and Sao, Walter started a 2v2 boss fight. After leaving the Blacklight District, the party received a joint request from Prince Shireen and the CID to investigate suspicious activities in Basel, which conveniently lined up with Agnes' school trip event. It's surprising seeing you here, Nelly. Yeah, I thought you gave up on being an idol. What are you doing here? You haven't changed a bit, Sayla. Pretty as a rose, and about as horny as one. Think you'll ever bag a boyfriend with an attitude like that? Just hurry up and tell us what you want. Unlike you, we don't have all that much time to waste. Alright, I'll cut you part-timers some slack, since idle life is already hell enough. I'll be straight here. You need to become a singer, Sayla. Direct order from the higher-ups, but you and I can go back to being a duo act. What? That's not possible. Sayla and I are already a duo. We're with you. And we're all real happy for you, new kid. Sayla, you get what this means, don't you? It was a little suspicious that they approved of Lewis' debut just like that. Do they have no faith in us from the start? Van, darling, a little birdie let me know you were in the 13th district today. That's a fast little birdie then. But yeah, Immovable decided I'd play his errand boy today. Egypt's gonna be pure chaos with people like that running around. Trust me, I know. I'm expecting all my sources to go to wild with them in the mix. The streets have already been going crazy, considering all those recent developments. I hear a certain unsavory group might be on the prowl right now. Do try to be careful, please. Yeah, thanks for a heads up. If you already know we're hanging out, you can just say so. I'm hoping to see Agnes and the rest sometime soon. Don't be strangers here. A has been quite busy since the year started, don't you think? The streets are buzzing with gossip. Word is, a certain unsavory group is making moves right now. Do try to be careful, please. Oh, get this. He got all pissy at me because I didn't pin these stupid jeans he bought me. Can you believe that? That was such a jerk move. At this point, I'm just glad we didn't last. I wouldn't want to be stuck with someone so shallow. Oh, jeez, that's just awful. Dude sounds like he has some real issues he needs to work through. There's nothing you could have done. Right? You get it. And you're a guy too. You hear that, Johnny? It's all your fault, you jerk. There we go. Let it all out, Selma. I don't mind. You're really inspiring, you know? Inspiring me? Inspiring me? You have the wrong idea. I don't think I do. Even though it sucked, you took it in stride and turned everything around for the better. You're fit and so much happier. Now everyone can go ahead and make the most out of a bad situation. It really goes to show just how strong you really are. Oh no, I'm not that cool. You're making me blush. Lily's such a good listener. He's the best, most considerate drinking buddy I've ever had. Guys should be taking notes from him. He should be taking notes. I love talking with Selma. We can go on, and before I know it, it's been hours. That's a sign of a great friendship in the making. You plan on staying here all night? I'm going to close up shop soon. But there's still so much we haven't talked about. You can't just leave me hanging here. I got no idea what you're on about. You're a strange girl. There's still so much I can do. I can't just go home now. Welcome. Grab yourself a taco or two before we close for the night. The sun's sure setting quick these days. The days get shorter, but my part-timers' rants get longer. I do worry about her getting back after dark, though. Maybe I'll walk her part way home after we finish cleaning up. Speaking of which, there's a regular of mine who's an idol. Comes over for her taco fix every day. Didn't see her around today, though. Wonder if something happened. I can't believe all three of us are hanging out on the same day, and Grace finally starting his journey from branch to branch. Sure takes me back to doing the same when we were still junior bracers. Yeah, it's a hard task, getting a recommendation letter from every branch, but it's good work before becoming a senior bracer. Not just that, but it's the best way for all bracers to acquire their most useful tool in the job. What tool? Spoiler alert, but it's cultural understanding. The Republic's full of folks from all cultures and backgrounds. You won't be a good bracer if you don't learn how to approach them all. Ooh, that's why. I hear I'll be assigned to a branch steeped in Central Eastern culture. Far bad. Give it your best out there. It's a tough road ahead, but I know you can pull it off. Best of luck out there, man. Can't look after you since we're going in opposite directions, but I have a feeling I won't need to. You got this. Thanks to both of you. Safe travels, and I hope you enjoy your drinks. Speaking of, I still can't believe you're not even slightly drunk, Regina. Is it really that weird? I've only had a few drinks so far. I don't throw them back as recklessly as you do. Talk about a lack of restraint. It's not long before you're a blubbering, drunken mess. I still remember when we got promoted to senior bracers. You got so drunk that you told Elaine that... Hey, no need to bring that up, back up, yeah? You don't have to throw that back in my face. What do you want? You're not getting a free drink out of me, you know? Wasn't gunning for one, just checking in on you, making sure you're not totally wasted. I hate to admit it, but you're probably not far off. Listen, man, trying to make a mess of Edith while we're away, got it? Well, I'm gonna be away too. You all seem like such good friends. I'm a little anxious, but I know they have big expectations for me. I'm going to do my best out there so they can be proud of me. I'm so glad to see Sister Belicia is doing well. Even though we're both of Central Eastern heritage, we were raised in different countries and cultures. That, thankfully, has never come between us. I feel like we truly understand each other. I wish her the best in tending to our duties in Krail. The abundance of resources in the Principality of al-fayed made it the economic superpower governing the Central East. The role plays is pivotal, both with its status as a diplomatic powerhouse and its flourishing initiatives regarding the desert's forestation. Though we must not forget about Valis, it having become a wealthy city-state through maritime trading. Rumors say that tensions have arisen between nations, mostly attributed to certain groups. Things are changing in the Central East. It would do us well to pay attention.
Alrighty.
The Principality of al-fayed is a wealthy nation, but Valis has made economic strides a rival in recent years. But they're not the only outliers. Some impoverished nations are moving along nicely too. A major upset might envelop the region soon enough. As head of this temple, I must endeavor to keep abreast of developments between both countries. You can probably tell from how quiet it is around here, but Juniper and her buddies are out on the road tonight. I heard everyone talking about this other team they were going to race against. Engines drive, blood pumping, the cold breeze on your face. Ah, youth. Wish cars like these were around when I was their age. Oof, I'm beat today. Is it just me or have other districts been calling in help more often lately? Because I swear, my shoulders and back are killing me more than usual.
One bullet.
Oh, Karen, just how old are you? You're starting to sound like an old man going on like that. How was that? I give you a little massage, My mom tells me I've got the hands of an angel. That's okay, Nancy. You don't have to do all that. She sure is soothing to be around, though. I can feel my muscles loosening up already just from talking to her. Sigh. And what's wrong? I got something on my face? No, you don't. It's nothing. Thanks for the offer. I feel a little more relaxed already. You're far too serious all the time, Karen. Always so uptight. Always on high alert. How about I give you a shoulder rub, Mom and Pa say I'm a real natural at it. Well, let's get a show on the road. The city isn't going to patrol itself at night. We seem to be having some unsavory characters prowling around lately, but I've got them in my sight. Nothing escapes this officer's watch. I guess it's time for me to start focusing my attention towards this year's Oedipus Girls collection. Basically, it's a fashion show that takes place on the night of the Revolution Festival. Huge trendsetter when it comes to next year's styles. As someone who recruits new modeling talent for a living, I always keep a close eye on the people and fashion they exhibit at the show every year. Sure is fixated on the sky for some reason, can't see anything myself, but who knows. My Verne company work has really been piling up lately. I'm worried about the company. The financial boost they get from reparations is bound to peter out soon. Oh well, nothing I can do about that, so I'll just de-stress with some reading. I bought a book titled Eurasian Credit Union's Bankruptcy, The Truth. I think I'm in the mood for a novel. Now what to buy? Aramis' educational visitation sounds awesome and all, but I like working here too. You get to see all kinds of people doing fun and cool things. And when I say all kinds, I mean all kinds. We get Aramis students, foreigners, musicians, a little of everything. That's why I can't bring myself to quit doing work like this. It doesn't hurt that Charles, the owner, has a personality that really invites everyone to just come in and be themselves too. Oh, you're here late. What can I serve you this evening? There's a family from al-fayed that often comes to the cafe in the afternoon. They appear to have finally settled in the city at long last. They've started telling me all sorts of things about their lives, such as Aramis' educational outing, which is nice to hear. It seemed to be quite a struggle for them to get acclimated to their new environment, but these days they sound much more relaxed and relieved. It's amazing we're broadcasting this year's EGC over to Orbital.net. We've got to nail the production and get every detail right. Right, we're going to make this the best EGC by itself, but it's going to take all of us working as a team to make it happen. I've got new lighting gear all ready to go on my end. But what are we going to do for the background music? We want to start with something nice and subdued, don't we? I've got an idea. What about that song that's been kind of popular lately? What's it called again? Oh, I know the one. You mean that one with the really nice melody? I remember a singer. I think his name was Jess Branson. Piff. Carol, something wrong? No, nothing at all. Don't mind me. Of all people, why'd it have to be him? Arg. I mean, I'm glad he's getting noticed, of course, but still. Jess Branson, you said. All right, that could work. I'll get in touch with his agency and see what they have to say. I know the president there. He's a regular of mine. I'll just ask him. Ah, they're doing it. They're actually really doing it. What do I do? I'm happy, but at the same time, what do I do? When it comes to heinous crimes in Calvard, they don't get much bigger than the whole devil-worshipping cult. They denied Adios' existence about a decade ago, and they were going around and kidnapping kids. I was still just a little kid myself back then, and I remember them giving me the absolute creeps. Just thinking about them gives me chills all over again. The kind of chills a girl can't get enough of. When word gets out about that whole cult, it sent shockwaves across the entire country. So this book of mine really is the best. Just thinking about them gives me chills all over again. I interviewed Walter Huckberry earlier today. We did it at a pre-election location, but I still try to be careful of what I said. So he was definitely a nicer guy than I was expecting. I've come away from that interview feeling like I can write deep, insightful pieces about him. Now I just need to put it all together. It's strange. I don't usually get so fired up when I'm doing an assignment like this. I better take that feeling and run with it. I gotta get all my thoughts down while they're still fresh in my mind. Shen looked pretty stressed earlier. I'm guessing the editors thrust some assignment on him that's outside his wheelhouse. In some ways, he's the opposite of Marielle. He's always down in his luck, but it's like she's blessed with it. That said, it did sound like he had some sort of success. I hope the final article turns out great. If you're looking for Albert, he just went home. I still don't know how he juggles his student council duties in his job here. I overheard him talk about a school outing he'll be doing. He sounded a little concerned about it. And I'm guessing it's because of the teenager things. Hang in there, kiddo. Your boss is in your corner. Albert's such a sweetheart. I can't not want him to succeed with whatever he's got going on. I hope he doesn't take his youth for granted. You never realize how precious those early years are until they're over. But I've been held up with the press corps, so I haven't had any time to find leads on stories from other places. Though it's nothing I can't fix by calling in a few favors. Maybe I'll try and strike a deal with one of the small-time news agencies. As soon as I offer to set them up with one of my contacts in Parliament, I'll have them eating from the palm of my hand. Well, what? He's already done going through all the flyers and sales slips. Not only that, but he also took care of next month's ingredient list and tweaked the menus. Oh, and there's a note too. Get these back to Miss Mao. Also, apologize to her for getting carried away while you're at it. Eek, he sounds so mad, and how is he so freaking capable anyway? Oh, I'm sorry for all the yelling. I should get back to work. I just don't understand how Calhoun is that talented. I'm half convinced he isn't even human.
Gee.
Please take your time while you're here. Relax and enjoy. Kunming's got guts, bossing Calhoun around like that. She's completely closed about our true line of business, and personally, I like to keep it that way. Things are heating up behind the scenes, so if I want her to stay out of harm's way, I'll have to redouble my efforts. I better link back out of South so we can start investigating the situation. Hey, been keeping busy with those patrols. About as busy as you've been with that drinking, it seems. I thought you would have made a beeline for the Blacklight District or something. You know me too damn well at this point. Yeah, I'd be down there right now if it weren't for what Sao and the rest said earlier. We're finally about to close in on A after all this time, the bastards. Once we know what their endgame is, all we have to do is move in and crush them. Hey now, don't get too ahead of yourself, alright? Once they know something, I'm sure they'll be in touch. I know we don't have the most fun job in the meantime, but it is what it is. You've got it right. Don't get me wrong, Chief. I know trying to rush things is just asking for trouble. I can be hot-headed, but I'm not an idiot. I think I'm gonna order some food too. Make sure I'm recharged when it's time for us to go in and kick A's in the garden sasses. What do you say? Any way I can get you to treat your lackey to a little something extra? Promise I won't call you an old man for 5 minutes. Sorry, punk. I ain't made of money. You'll have to pay for whatever you want in your own Nira. Today's been a hell of a crazy day, but at least we got enough out of it to make all that bullshit worth it. I think I'm gonna order some food. Make sure I'm really recharged for whatever's coming next. I heard that if cast an Easterner named Nina Fenley as Sheena Dirk in that upcoming Gloria movie. Did the director sleep through history class or something? Sheena Dirk was white. Bruh. I can't favor diversity over historical accuracy. It's just plain wrong. Plus, if they wanted to cast an Easterner, General Atkinson was right there. He was mixed race. Oh, for ages' sake, why must they show that Salvatore Gaudy travesty again after all this time? They already suspended it once. Did they suddenly decide it had value because it was the runner-up for the best direction? Ridiculous. Utterly and completely ridiculous. How could this theater have fallen so low? Sigh. The shopping center here is always so busy at night. It has this unique atmosphere I'm very fond of. It seems these two were enjoying a movie together before they came here. I'll have to serve up some of my tastiest drinks to keep the conversation flowing for them. I was so fired up to take that popcorn seller head on, but it looks like he's mostly got his eye on the movie theater and what they're playing. He got me all revved up for nothing. Gussie's the type of guy who can cool off as quickly as he gets fired up. Not that I can complain too much when I'm clearly attracting more customers than him, so I still say I'm getting a last laugh. Our little competition might have turned out to be a whole lot of nothing, but putting that aside, it's actually not so bad selling out here at night. I heard they're going to be playing Golden Blood Director's Cut again at the theater. I missed the opportunity to see it last time and I've been regretting it ever since. Now I have to see it. It's my duty as a movie buff. I was so worried the Director's Cut was just going to vanish into thin air after it left the theater. I'm so glad to be proven wrong. So glad. Lyle, what are you doing in a place like this? Don't get any funny ideas. I'm not trying to do anything weird. I'm just on my way home from work. I work at that instrument store 3 times a week. Plus I clean buildings and deliver newspapers to people. As a result, I know this area like the back of my hand these days. I've even seen you around here a couple times. Really? I never realized you were here so much. Wait, that's a lot of jobs to juggle. Isn't that too much to handle? Well, my tuition, room, and board aren't going to pay for themselves, so I do what I have to. They call me the part-time pro for a reason, you know? So here I almost found myself respecting him a little for once. Turns out he's the same guy as ever. That's a lot of jobs you have, Lyle. At first I was also impressed, but you're the same old Lyle as ever, it seems. Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Why not buy a souvenir to
I'm sure you don't need me to tell you how popular Wolves Requiem is. We started screening that at night alongside the Director's Cut of Golden Blood, though the latter has an age restriction in place. Director Gotti warned that version to be screened... wanted that version to be screened because, in his words, it leaves nothing on the table. Many moviegoers also expressed interest, so in the spirit of supporting Vegas films, we ultimately decided to show it. We decided to once again screen Golden Blood, Director's Cut. After receiving complaints about its content, we initially put it on hold. However, we believe in freedom of expression, so it's back now. As the story goes, director Salvatore Gaudy sought to make a more extreme film that in what ultimately came out. However, after some persuasion from the film's distributor and Judith Lancer's talent agency, he dialed it back for original release. We also began to show Midnight Memories as of this week. That film has attracted some attention among a subset of horror fans. I must say, in spite of its low budget, the sense of immersion that comes from its mockumentary framing is very incredible. Some viewers have even asked if it was a recording of actual spirits that were found in the real world. Okay, Sober Curious leaving soon. The guide recommends I hold off on Golden Blood Director Cut for now.
We have merchandise for the movie.
Tickets are Wolves Requiem, 200 mirror for one. Purchase. Let's grab a seat. Ron, a young officer of the law, is hot on the heels of a gang he once had ties to. While pursuing the case, he meets a girl named Michelle. She is freed from the clutches of the gang, but they saddle her with an insurmountable debt, with little hope of paying it off. Ron takes it upon himself to look after a girl, who begins to develop feelings for a young officer. Before she can act on it, however, the gang finds her and snatches her away once again. Fueled by the fires of rage, Ron rushes into their hideout and engages the gangsters in a gunfight. He emerges victorious by the skin of his teeth. He rescues Michelle from her captivity, and the two embrace each other at last, overjoyed to have made it out alive. Happy ending? And was that moment when one of the fallen gangsters, no! Lifted his quivering hand and pulled the trigger. No!
Michelle! Hold on!
Ron! Are you alright? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine. See? Not a single scratch on me.
Thank goodness. I fulfilled my promise then. You remember it, right? You're always protecting everyone. So one day, I'll be the one who protects you.
Of course I remember. Save your strength, Michelle. Help will arrive at any moment. Hey, over here! I need a medic now!
Ron, your arms are so warm. When you hold me like this, my fear just melts away.
Hey, Cyber, I see. Oh, hey, Jen, didn't realize you were here. This time of day's the only stretch I get to myself. Fee filled me in on everything that happened around the film festival in Farbad. That's how I learned about the movie and it winning the first Leon d'Or. When I saw they were doing reruns, I couldn't pass up seeing it. Makes sense, it won that award for a damn good reason. It's probably the best movie released this year, a real masterpiece. Not to mention that Nina Fenley and her co-star both took the awards for Best Actress and Actor on top of that. You can see why, it was great stuff. Lots of macho action and just as much romance that really pulls at your heartstrings. I loved it. It's impressive how Grady manages to depict the conflict between the police and gang while still being so entertaining to watch. Makes me want to follow Leslie Lamb's work and see what else he puts out. Can't say I blame you, the press loves him just as much as movie nerds like me. I have to imagine he's knee-deep in his next film by now. Looking forward to checking it out as a fan when it's out myself. The man's conversation in the theater continued for a brief period. Soon enough, however, the two sides parted ways in the lobby. From there, Van gone with the rest of this evening. Hey, looks like they're selling brochures. Okay, bye. I hope I didn't forget any brochures or lose any permanently. So much missable content in this series. Summary: the latest film from the talented Leslie Lamb. Ron LaFaro Aznavour is a police officer on the trail of a series of crimes committed by a gang he has old ties to when he encounters a young woman named Michelle, Nina Fenley. The relationship continues even after the incident, until the memory of a certain young man Ron once shot resurfaces.
Change your fate.
Sorry.
Congratulations, you're over our 1000th customer this month.
Variety of fine goods for
That's right, she has supernatural luck. Here's your gift certificate. We're doing a special offer at the moment.
enjoy shopping with
Oh, really? Yay. My editor loved my Farbad report too. One lucky thing after the other. At this rate, I might even be able to find Dingo. Luck just finds you everywhere. Maybe makes you wonder if she took that drug from the DG cult. Dingo really helped me out with the whole Farbad situation. I want to tell him how impressed my editor was with the report. How did Margaret go home alright? Here I was hoping to ask her for some more hot tips on finding a hot man with an even higher bank account. Oh, I see her here at the department store all the time, so it's not like I can't ask next time.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Nice to meet you. My name's Milty. I'll start working in the department store next week. I stopped by to finish making some arrangements. Well, that was the plan anyway. Looks like the boss is busy right now. Might have to do some window shopping to kill time. Ilhan didn't realize that Administrator Wesley was, well, the administrator for the store right across the street. Wesley's a great administrator, sure, but he could work on a little on his people skills, huh? But I digress. Taking advantage of the unused rooftop area was a great idea. Even I didn't know about it. I've worked here for 3 years. 30. By the way, Ben, ever thought about investing in a business? To be specific, my business. You have been taking a lot of requests. You gotta be loaded, right? What do you say to pumping a little cash into my business? As if. Not with all the part-timers I got. Everyone but Agnes has rent to pay, and that ain't cheap. Gotta pay them all a livable wage. Ah, look at you, acting like a boss. You could almost pass as a proper business. Shut it. But speaking of dough, shouldn't you be the one that's rolling in it with that recent promotion you got? Oh no, not at all. I owe this pharmacy so much for all he's done for me. I asked them to keep my salary the same, in fact. But once I get my business up and running, then all the mirror will come rolling in. You made the right choice, Quinn. Martial arts. The true business style suits you better.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
What a fun day. It's not every day I get to see you behave like a proper boss, you know? And do think on that business proposal I mentioned. You'll get a 10% return on investment. You're such a sly little shit. Fancy seeing you here, Spriggan. Right back at ya. You looking for weapons today? Or are you looking at the buyers instead? I frequented this shop for my gun maintenance and customization since the old owner was still in charge. Possession of firearms is permitted under Republic law for purposes of self-defense. Though you need a license to be a gun owner, of course, not that you even use one. Speaking of, what are you doing here, Spriggan? Just looking for custom parts, something that'll fit a self-defense baton. Gotta show off for my assistants, you know, even if the costs are starting to pile up. You're shameless, you know that? Do you have any idea what kind of authority I hold? Well, forget. Let's put the fact that you're dragging a bunch of civvies around with you on the back burner for a moment. You should at least put some thought into upgrading your equipment. Trouble could strike at any moment, and it's dangerous to be unprepared. Yeah, don't need you to tell me to be careful. I'm too poor, though. Well, aren't you a softie? Knew there was a nice side of you. What's that smirk for? For your information,
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
Hey, honey, what's wrong? Oh, I'm already done for the day. I just stopped by one of the stores in front of the station. I'll be back home soon. Don't worry. I'll leave stop by for one of Gigi's favorite cupcakes on the way. No, maybe a bagel then. Yeah, I love you. See you later. What, you got a problem? Nope, not at all. That your wife, I'm guessing? Didn't know you had a daughter either. Look at you playing the family man. Watch this, Spriggan. Stay far away from my personal life. If you're looking for a gift, I can vouch for the new cheesecakes they got in the stock downstairs. Just saying. Nice and sweet, lemon flavor too. Guarantee the kid's gonna love them. Cheesecake, now that's an idea. Not that I was asking for your opinion.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods.
It starts raining up one day when you have a family. With one in the line, you don't get to do whatever you want. But I'm gonna give it to you. That cheesecake might be a good idea to cheer Gigi up. Even the SID top dogs go all soft for their family, huh? What do you need? I'm adjusting Mr. Daswani's gun right now. If you need something, spit it. He's real picky. Stuck to the same gun model since he joined the force. And he's very careful of his maintenance. Honestly, you can gauge a lot from someone about someone from how they care for their weapons. I totally just assembled this gun, top to bottom maintenance. If you need anything, get in line. Still got some adjusting to do so I can bring the accuracy up to snuff. The custom parts were made by yours truly, by the way, and make sure I customize each weapon to suit their owner perfectly. I'm getting everything I need for my next work trip. I need to make sure I got everything so I'm not stressing out when I'm there. Let's see, a cushion, some travel-sized toiletries. How about a book? Oh, I could take something I don't usually read. It'll just add to the whole new experience. That reminds me, Administrator Wesley recently put some new plans of his into effect. I'm slow on the uptick where fashion is not concerned, so I only found it recently. It's nice to see the store as a whole keep up with the times. I'll trust Administrator Wesley's judgment in this situation. Perhaps I should follow his lead.
We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
This is such a promising opportunity. I gotta focus. I can't afford to waste any time. I can do this. Was that Mr. Powell we saw earlier? Maybe he's doing a night patrol. It'd be so awkward if he saw us. What's the teacher up to? I probably shouldn't stick my nose in. I've been workshopping a plan to put in place so we can compete with Orbital Cafe Iota. I can't back down now, not this far in. I've laid it on a little thick, but I don't think he caught on. It's a little disappointing he didn't. So I'm glad I had a look. It was quite eye-opening. It showed me just how close-minded I've been and where the Orbital Cafe's true strengths lie. It's given me a lot to think about. It wasn't a lack of innovation, but rather my blind spots. The rooftops been our biggest missed opportunity.
You enjoy shopping with us.
We've started with all the major renovations for our space, so it should be ready relatively soon. I plan on figuring out the most effective way to make use of it so we can rival Iota. The success of it will put all my managerial skills and years of experience to the test. Damn it, I was heading to my senior's wedding today, and then I just had to get on the wrong bus. Alright, I'm not gonna make it. I even got him a present and everything. No need for tears, Ryder. Ain't over till the fat lady sings, yeah? But it's getting late. Hey, listen close, Ryder. It's the thought that counts, and that's why I'm in the business of taking your thoughts from A to B. I'm sure you'll prepare a wonderful gift for that senior of yours. No shame in that. It's our only one thing to do, Ryder, and you already know what it is. You're right, being late is already lame enough, but I can't flake out completely. I have to at least give him his gift. Please, take me to the party. Ain't no one can blame a brother for shedding tears in the name of another soul. Hey, don't stress so much, Ryder. Sure, you didn't get there on time, but you haven't missed your chance yet. Giordano knows the streets like the back of his hand. I'll make sure to take you there. Hey, I'm pathetic, but it'd be even worse if I just gave up here. Even if I don't make it in time for a party, I can still give him his wedding present. Hey, Arkride, I owe you one for your help today. Got a bunch of our eggs in a row now, so we won't be stepping around too many eggshells from here on. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but if this was the push that could help us get the Armada under control, that'd be great. You're laying it on so quick I don't even want to think of a way to come back. We helped out with all these punks that could have been moving recently. As far as I'm concerned, the rest ain't my job. Ouch, that's cold, but that's alright. Figures you're looking out for your folks instead. The CID's all over this mess. Thankfully, that in and of itself might be enough of a deterrent to keep things quiet around town. But there aren't as many eyes keeping a careful watch in more rural areas. Take care on that work trip you got next week. How the hell do you already know that? Elaine's working right now, by the way. I feel like she's been working too hard lately. She's a hard worker, sure, but I wish she'd learn to take it easy from time to time. She definitely needs free time. You should invite her over for a movie or two. Did I cross the line there? Sorry, I can tell just by looking at you. That's a touchy subject. You all gotta cut it out. Elaine's probably tired of this shit too.
Alrighty.
I just saw 3 of our people off a bit ago. They're off on a work trip. Though they mentioned they have dinner out, so I might be able to join them somewhere. Hopefully things will stay uneventful, but take care of yourselves. Hey man, don't see you around often. I only swing by every now and then to check up on things. Guess Elaine's not around. I see Jin's back. You don't need to be coy, you know. I know you and Elaine have something going on, but I didn't know you and Jin didn't get along. I always found him easy to be around. I mean, he is, but he's nosy. Even if I try to stay distant, it's like he sees right through me. Well, I guess he also reminds me of someone I used to know. Huh, Jin really likes you too. You two went to the Blacklight District earlier today, yeah? He was talking about asking you for help again later. The big mouth idiot. At least Elaine and Sarah are easier on the ice than he is, the better-looking A-rank bracers. Now that you mention it, you know Sarah and Tobel, yeah? When did you meet them? Operation Jormungandr, or was it from a Northern War? Yeah, I helped sniff around for an infiltration route from here in Calvard. Tobel's pretty easy to get along with. He's flawed, but he knows his business and makes sure to stick with it. Main negotiations real easy. I got my own fair share of flaws too. Are you interested in meeting with the Divine Blade of Wind or the Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberal? I'm sure they're both really impressive, but I'm gonna pass on that one. There's a lot going on here. I'm busier than I was back in Arabonia. Got 3 more reports to write for Hazel. Want help? I'm not even from the guild. Man, you're lazy. You got me. Some carelessness is fine here and there, but it's like she's forgotten why she's actually here. The apartment purchase here in Edith was done with the express purpose of making her work as a representative easier. Oh my, is it that late already? I should get going home, though. Perhaps I'll stop by the department store first. I'm in the mood to cook for myself for a change. Now that I finally have an apartment of my own, I try to make the most of those mundane parts of life. You know, I got in touch with an old friend of mine from the Basel Institute of Science for the first time in a while. It sounds like things are a bit of a mess over there right now. They haven't even decided when Zypos will be available to the general public. Our Verne partnership was crucial to the store's success, so I'd like to get a sales plan going ASAP. Both Ilha and I say at the Basel Institute of Science, you see. We have a lot of connections from back then, and they've helped us a lot. Our Verne partnership was crucial to the store's success, so I'd like to get a sales plan going ASAP for new civilian Zyphas. Was that the man that was coming by really the department store manager? I heard Ilha and Carlo talking about it the other day, but I'm not sure. I go there all the time. I should have noticed sooner. Did I exhaust my brain cells cramming info about orbital devices? Did I run out of space in my brain? The person I look up to the most has to be Professor Hamilton. She's one of Epstein's 3 disciples. She's simply extraordinary. She kept an eye out for me when she could, back when I was studying in the Institute of Science. I always get the impression that she sees things differently than we do. Now that she's resigned as a Verne advisor, she's gotten involved with geological research to aid the eastern parts of Zemuria. Her demeanor was always majestic, and something all my peers looked up to. Since we're both from the Central East, I felt some sort of kinship with her. I wanted to travel with her to the east, but she turned me down. The most I could do was to aid her was make a donation towards her research. The funds came from the earnings from my startup, of course. She's quite old at this point, but I hope she's been doing well. I love going for walks. Tool D, walking there, walking with me. Oh, I'm so tired. The store's packed and Mina's not listening to me. It's like I've been going in circles all day today. No one mentioned being a stay-at-home mom would be this hard. Hey James, what are you doing in a place like this? Of course I ran to one of the instructors. None of your business. It's fine if you're on your way back, just on your way back from shopping, but it's starting to get late. I've been worried about you. I get the impression that you've had a hard time fitting in at school.
The movie fans are raving about.
Why are you even bringing it up? That's old news. Forget it, I'm going home. Not in the mood for an annoying lecture right now. You look like you've got something weighing on your mind as well. It's my job as teacher to listen to you. Why is everyone so annoying? Sasha especially. Oh, just leave me alone. The Bracer Guild can come in useful when it comes to maintaining public order, at least. Not denying they're good at their job, but all the glitz and pomp rubs me the wrong way. Feels like a popularity contest half the time. Though keeping citizens safe is the police's job in the first place. We shouldn't be relying on bracers to do our job for us. I'll give my best performance today. We'll prove to everyone that we don't need those pretentious bracers' help. The hell, man? Who do those guys think they are? Chill it, Downey. I get how you feel, but the Shang's doing nothing for us. Oh, but I'm not letting them get away with this. Hell no, not for street racer pride in the line. Seconded, we should take our chance while we can. What's going on here? Van, guess I could let you know. Wait. There's this bunch of street racers causing trouble for us ever since they turned up in the capital. They're tying us, I tell you. They drive like madmen around town just to get on our nerves. I ran my car into a guardrail thanks to their dumbasses. Arg, just thinking about it gets me angry all over again. The hand-me-down I got from Downey got trashed real bad too. Dude, she had to be sent to the spy shop. How can we let loose and enjoy a sweet drive with them tearing it up around town? Yeah, they sound pretty bad. Who are we dealing with here? They call themselves the High Bloods. There's 4 of them, and they all come from Marasian. They used to stick to their turf, but recently they started moving here. Or is this the same guys from the Crossbell arc? They're all rich kids, obviously, and their cars are really souped up. What's more, their leader, Lucio, is the grandson of ETWS's current company president. He's got a modded ETWS sports car. Ain't no Slash as a driver either. Last we raced, he passed by me like I was just crawling for a street. Can you believe that? Well, if he said it was the ETWS president's grandson. Man, that sucks. Last thing you need is someone related to the company's top brass being a dick. And he's not the worst of it. There's another guy that's even more of a reckless driver. His name's Damien, and he sells himself as their main fighter. He's all cocky, telling us from his bike just because he can take tighter turns than any of our cars. He's the one that did my baby in. I'll never forgive that bastard. Never. He thinks he's better than us car drivers, does he? So what are you planning to do about these guys? Surely you're not just going to let them keep running wild. Definitely not. We tried warning them over and over to stop behaving like this, but it's fallen on deaf ears. Since they're not heeding warnings like that, I tried talking to Lucio directly. Only thing he said was, if you want us to leave, you'll have to best us in the race. We're actually on our way to the race right now. Yeah, I guess my timing's just that good. You could say that, huh? There's 4 of them, but me and Graham are the only ones with rides right now. And that's not even counting car specs and driving ability. Hate to admit it, but it's stacked, not in our favor. But we can't just give up. Yeah, better lose outright than to flake out on them and just lose by default. Not like we're hoping to lose, though. We're not backing down until they're in the ground. Wish us luck. I don't want to sit back and let a bunch of rich assholes wreak havoc in Edith. Maybe I could lend them a hand here. Gibbs Law and Gray. You mind if I join? I appreciate the sentiment, but this is our problem to deal with. Wouldn't be right to drag you into it. Hard to disagree. This goes beyond just you. It involves all car lovers now. As a fellow car driver myself, I can't just stand back and let a bunch of punks with no sense for safe driving screw my home up. I want to teach him a lesson. Van, now that's what we like to hear. Don't see why he can't join. Why not let him? All right, thanks, Van. You really saying we're asses here. You might honestly be the best help we could have got. I respect you a lot, man. Thanks for saying so. That's always the problem with dealing with Damien, though. I'm no biker, so I'm not going to be able to help there. Not so sure how we're going to deal with that niggling little detail. Whew, that's all for today then. Now back to my bike. Why are all of you gathered here? Hermes, your timing couldn't be any better. Got some free time in your hands? Oh, I mean, I'm done for today, so I guess I do. I see, so you're going to be racing them to teach them a lesson. Yeah, it would really help if we had a biker of your skill level on your team. What do you say, you up for it? Sure, I'll join your team. Teaching a naughty rider how to behave sounds like fun. I'll make sure I think twice before causing trouble in the capital again. Glad to see you so fired up for this. I really appreciate you agreeing too. Now it feels like we've got a fighting chance. Yep, it's going to be a proper 4 versus 4 race. Now all that's left is leaving them in the dust. Anyway, clock's ticking. Let's get on, go into the meeting spot. You ready to go? Ready whenever you are. Same here. Let's roll.
Okay, time to get to work.
Is this a meeting spot? Yeah, just beyond here is the highway we're using. But we're supposed to meet face to face right here first. Looks like they've arrived. Are we really the same guys from Crossbell or just different guys? Will you look at that, that's how we'll ride. Right, a lot of me are wanting to customizing her. This ain't gonna be an easy race. Hello and good evening, street racers. I'm impressed you didn't just turn tail and run. So you really showed up, High Bloods. I don't recognize those two. Well, next to your bike car, our cars are in a shop. So I figured I'd call in some help. Yeah, look at these small fry. At least try to make this fun for us, alright? Well, I dare you say again. Downing's all kinds of fired up now. Now I think it's time we reintroduce ourselves. We're the High Bloods, a team composed exclusively of those who are elites among even the elite. Yeah, pleasure. You know, I completely forgot until you said the name, but I heard about the High Bloods a few years back. Heard they were nothing but a bunch of pampered rich kids, kind of like you. Oh, you must be referring to our predecessors. They apparently disbanded after doing a tour of Crossbell. Now their name is ours. Huh? Is there some specific reason behind inheriting their name? Indeed, there is. While we don't approve of the way they love drinking, women, and gambling, as a former nobility, we identify with how they valued their chosen bloodlines that gave them power and wealth. It's only fitting that we consider ourselves the true High Bloods. Former nobility, eh? Been a while since I've heard anyone call themselves that. Yeah, you don't hear that kind of thing around here much. Maybe it's because they're from Aramis. I'm until the noble institution was abolished during the Calvardian Revolution, Aramis was the royal capital. Shame that even after decades have gone by, there are still old fossils that can't throw away their elitist bullshit. How dare you! Lucio's family line was a great noble house that had the trust of even the royal family. It's fine, it doesn't bother me. Commoners could never hope to understand our noble thoughts. What I cannot forgive, however, is that you people don't know your place. You insist on getting in our way. You're nothing but an eyesore to us on our drives, and that's why we're going to make you leave the capital streets. You got a lot of nerve. It's right that you think causing trouble for folks with your reckless driving is the way to have fun. As a street racers, how could we hand these streets to you when you lack basic manners or compassion? Hey, just where are you getting yourself all worked up over, commoner? Just look at you and your half-assed custom ride because you got no mirror to spend. You got no right to talk when you can't even bring out the true worth of your rides. Well, damn, you got a big mouth on you for such a little brat. If you know so much about the true worth of our rides, why don't you teach me? Don't think we're just gonna take this thing down. It's time we sell the score, right here, right now. Yeah, get ready, High Bloods. Drivers as reckless as you have no right to call themselves street racers, so we're making this your last drive. It would appear we have 4 vehicles each, so how about we race 1-1? When you are ready, we'll leave for the expressway. Don't disappoint us. And so, with the street racer pride in the line, the curtain to their fierce battle rose. After confirming the rules of each race one more time, each participant went right to work repairing their vehicles. Okay, let's decide who's going to race who. Think I could go up against the biker on their team? Sure thing, just ride safe, okay? Yeah, but of course. So who's going to face Lucio? Could you leave him to me? It's my job as leader to get revenge for Downey, I have to. Graham, this race is about you guys, whatever it is you're linking them down. That being the case, you said it yourself, if you go as is, you're going to lose. I'm not even talking about your driving technique either. If we're going by specs, it's going to be real tough for you. But, and I hate to say this, my truck can handle his ride. Hell, I can promise you I won't lose. Van. Alright then, Van will be racing Lucio instead. We're already borrowing your skills, we might as well be in it to win it. You got that right, I'll cut that spoiled brat down to size. And I guess that means we'll handle Lucio's 2 flunkies. If I remember right, they both came in here with ETWS sedans. By the way, I've seen that Roger guy up close and personal before. I think I've got a decent idea of how he operates. Yeah, I knew I could count on you. Now take on the other guy, Tebo. Great, sounds like we're all squared away. Once we wrap up our fine-tuning, let's hit the road. We're rooting for you guys, go kick some ass. And please don't get hurt. Thanks, you guys. I promise we're gonna be the High Bloods. The matchups decided, everyone got in their cars and they were off to races. The first round pitted Jennifer against Tebo. Jennifer's Leno sedan had the edge in traction due to the love and care she put into tuning it. As the race went on, she slowly but surely narrowed the gap between her and Tebo. However, her vehicle lacked the horsepower required as best as sedan, which boasted the roaring engine that ultimately led him to victory. For the next race, Graham stepped up to the plate, ready and willing to avenge Jennifer. Graham's Singer was a lightning fast sports car, but Roger's decked out sedan was no slouch either. It was a close race, with both cars being neck and neck from start to finish. In the end, Graham's powerful traction allowed him to emerge victorious by a hair's breadth. After that, it was time for the third round to commence. We're at 1-1 right now, so we don't have this in the back just yet. But that makes this just makes this all the more exciting. It'll be a cold day in hell before I lose to some pathetic courier lady. Get ready to choke on my dust. You stole my line. The starting line's up ahead. Time to get serious. Holy hell! Look at her go. We can't even see her anymore. Eat that, loser. Race is a little too early to celebrate. That thing's acceleration isn't half bad, but its top speed doesn't hold a candle to my bike's. Specs aren't the only things that matter in a race, you know. Huh? At that point, you and I agree. That scumbag just rammed his handlebars against hers. Talk about dangerous. The fact that he pulled it off without losing his balance shows he's no amateur. It's still reckless, though. These guys are freaking crazy. Come on, I dare you to try and overtake me again. If you do, I'll hit your dingy little bike with everything I've got. Oh, what's the matter? Can't keep up? Or is our wimpy-ass courier getting cold feet? There's less than 500 archers on the finish line. Victory's as good as mine. This is a decisive moment. I can slow down and make him think I've given up and speed past him when he least expects it, or I can rev up and now and punch it. Wait, why am you making the choice? You're literally not even part of the team, unless you're gonna join someday. Throwing in a towel already? Well, it's just like carrying around people's junk in the future. What? Huh, yes, go courier lady. She caught him off guard by speeding past him at the last second. What an incredible strategy. She even had me fooled. That was one hell of a secret weapon. Nice job. So does that mean she's going to join Arkride Solutions? Because if you're making the call, that means you're kind of obligated to join us at some point. Was that a turbocharger? Something along those lines. I was hoping I could win without revealing it, but them's the breaks. Well, I guess I'm up next. Go get him, Van. Knock the high bloods off their high horses. Maybe we'll get to use her motorcycle. Or maybe she'll be able to use her courier service and give us a bigger discount. I don't know. Or maybe she'll even be able to bring items from other cities that I missed. He really did customize every part of that ETWS car, from the suspension to the spoiler. You must be deaf if you think you can take me out of that little girl's car. You've slighted me with your hubris, and I will make you pay for it. That's a lot of other cars in front of us. There's more cars on the road now. Using a turbocharger would be way too risky. Well, he swerved around those cars like it was nothing. Thankfully, all his traffic is preventing him from hitting his top speed, so I can keep up with him. Can't get too cocky here, though. He might not be on Maxim's level, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. I'd hoped he had a trick up his sleeve like that woman did. I was so looking forward to making a fool of him. But it's clear he has nothing. What a disappointment. We're approaching a point where traffic from the Riverside District joins the expressway. At this time of day, maybe I could... A choice yet? No? Looks like he couldn't keep pace with me. How pathetic. Unless did he find some kind of shortcut? Someone forgot to take out yesterday's garbage. Why must there be so many of these infernal trucks on the expressway at night? What? Huh, your lack of knowledge of the area is coming back to haunt you, bud. Damn, you caught faster than I thought you would. Well, look at that, so you do have a modicum of skill after all. Too bad it's futile. That piece of scrap can't match my car's acceleration and speed. I might be able to secure victory if I use my turbocharger, but it'd be risky. Should I do it? Safety. No, I can't risk hurting anyone. I will accept no less than an overwhelming victory. Let me guess, he gets in a car accident and dies. He's got a turbocharger. Don't use that here. It's too dangerous. Oh, whoa. Tailgating. Try to warn you, dumbass. And that's that. This race goes to us. Hey, they did it. You guys are amazing. Yeah, you even surprised us. Seriously, way to go above and beyond. Sometimes it's best to be slow and steady wins the race, huh? Sometimes things just work out, you know? But we really have Hermes and Van to thank for all this. It was the least I could do after you came to me for help. It was a close shave, but hey, I gotta show off a little, so it's all good. So, Highbloods, you're gonna keep your promise, right? Curses, how could this have happened? Our machines were tuned to perfection. We were in peak racing condition. I'm sorry, Lucio, if only I'd gone faster. I managed to win this time, but to be honest, I don't know how it would turn out if we did round 2. Never thought I'd run to a biker as well as her. Here I was planning to run circles around her, but she ended up running circles around me instead. Damn, man. You guys. Fine, it's promised we will come nowhere near the capital from this day forward. We will also cover the repair costs for your 2 vehicles. Is this your satisfaction, commoners? I've got issues with your tone, but yeah, that works. Hey, that's pretty generous, actually. Maybe you're not as bad as I thought. Bro, is that all it takes to win you over? There are the reasons our cars are all busted up. Well, now this is all said and done. It's time we return to Rossian. However, do not misunderstand. In no way have we recognized that our style of driving is worse than yours. When we next meet, you shall be met with overwhelming defeat. And may you never forget it. Yeah, just you wait and see. Next time I'm gonna blow your socks off. Just what is all that supposed to mean? I guess they won't mess around here for a while, but they'll be back for revenge at some point. What? Why did they get to decide that? What was the point of this whole deal then? Hey, if only they were more honest with themselves. I'm glad things worked themselves out in the end, I guess. Well, I still took that bird and the people getting banned off the Dustborn wiki. Well, it wouldn't have gone half as well if you and Hermes weren't there. There's no way this is the end of it, but for now, we've at least chased the High Bloods off. Thanks for the help, you two. It's no biggie, I enjoyed myself, so it was worth it. Likewise, I'm happy with my oral bike skills proved useful. And so the battle against the High Bloods came to an end, with everyone singing praises for one another's efforts. On the way back, Hermes parted ways with the group, and Graham and his people returned to the repair shop.
That takes care of that. Looks good to me.
Reward deposited.
That wasn't enough to level up?
We've got plenty more hits lined up.
I already had quite a joyride out there.
Like this next one.
I should have told him to go easier on the gas. It's all fun and games until the cops show up. But well, ain't gotta go in their parade. Let 'em rip, I say. I can't just sit on the sidelines after seeing a wild race like that. Damn it, gotta get my sweet ride back in business so we can go back on the road. I was at the edge of my seat the whole race. I get how you feel, Donnie. I need to catch up. I'll be pulling off tricks like that one day. I just gotta keep practicing. Losing's such a bummer. But it's not all bad. I gotta let loose and drive my heart out. Oh, that felt good, so good. My little baby's the best car in town.
Store coming right up.
I kind of pegged the High Bloods as simple assholes, but they ended up surprising me. Infuriating as it was, races with them were always real blood pumping. I welcome them back to challenge us again, eat if any time. Okay, teach me chess. Hope you're ready, Van. I'm not gonna go easy on you. Someone's eager to learn. I'm impressed you want to try it. It's pretty tricky for a kid your age. That's okay, I've watched Grandpa play before. It always looks fun. I figure he might have had something to do with it. I've seen him playing with his buddies before. Why not ask him to teach you instead of me? I'm sure he'd be really happy to do so. Don't worry about it. And I want to play with you, Van. So alright, if that's what you want, we can go around. With that, Van, Yume started playing. Just the act of teaching Yume how to move the pieces was a struggle in and of itself, let alone all the other rules and complexities in chess. She'd flick her pieces at his to knock them down one moment, and next she'd be trying to use already captured pieces as her own. But Van's patience never wavered. He gently and slowly continued teaching Yume the rules behind chess in an easy way to digest. Oh, is that how you're gonna play? Yep, my house, my rules. My mistake, Your Highness. Well, as long as she's having fun. Little by little, Yume finally began to grasp the rules. Her tendency to make a move guided just by intuition made her very unpredictable. Your turn, Yume's. Who's next? I haven't been playing for long, but her instincts are really real sharp already. No hesitation about making a play either. Well, I guess she's still a kid. She's good at catching me off guard. I know, how about this? Hey, take that. Your turn, Van. Whoa, that's a really good play there, kiddo. Keep this up and you might end up going pro when you're older. Hey, maybe. I'm just glad you're having fun. Huh? Are you not having fun too? I am. I'm having lots of fun. And it's because you are, Van. You've been so happy lately. You're always smiling now that Agnes and Fairy and Aaron and Rosetta are here. What, wasn't I happy before that? Hey, you ain't wrong, kid. Not a lot to be happy about back when I was just started. I was just a bunch of shady jobs. I was just seeing the worst in people. If I knew what I was getting into, but spent too long surrounded by nothing but darkness and you eventually go blind. I don't think I can make it enough, kiddo. That bright smile of yours was like a lifeline for me, even when everything else in my life was grim. If only you knew how special you are. No wonder your granddad's so crazy about you. Hey, are you listening to me? It's your turn, Van. Come on. Oh, sorry, Yume. Okay, my next move is... Hey, you punk. Don't you think it's about time I had my granddaughter back? It's getting late. Crap, I lost track of time. Sorry, kiddo. We'll have to finish our match another day. Oh, but I want to keep playing. But okay, I had fun. Look, Grandpa, look. I learned how to play chess. Now we can play together. Yume. Oh, that's why she wanted me to teach her. On second thought, I may have been too strict. You can keep on playing with our good-for-nothing neighbor. Just make sure you don't go to bed too late. Really? Yep, you earned it for making your old grandpa so proud. Just promise not to keep your mom waiting or she might get mad. Yeah, I promise. Hey, you are such a sucker for Yume. I can't imagine there's much you wouldn't do for her. No one asks you. Let's split into teams. Me and Grandpa against you, Van. 2-on-1? Well, that ain't fair, but I'm in. If I get to play your granddad, that means I don't have to hold back in. I don't think so. Only one of us gets to look good in front of Yume. I'm certain you understand who it will be. The three of them kept playing deep into the night until an exasperated Paulette finally came to check on them.
More! Teach me more. I can't wait to play.
Max hit point up. Shopping for refreshments. Van made his way to the Eastern Cuisine restaurant in the Tyrell District and ordered meat buns for takeout. Now, great. Now it's just find somewhere to sit and eat these bad. Huh? Wow, mommy, where are you, mommy? Stop crying. This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't wandered off like that, Mina. Wow. Hey, it's okay, too. Everything's gonna be fine. I promise. Want me to take you guys to the police station? I'm sure it'll help you. Really? Does that mean my brother and I will be able to go home? Absolutely. For all we know, Abi and Umi could be there waiting for you two already. Abi, Umi, who are those? Anyway, can you take us there? I don't know where to find it. No, sure, no problem. It's not that far away at all. We might even run to your parents on the way there. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk. Will you be okay? Yeah. I knew she said she would be hanging around here, but I didn't expect to find her helping out like this. She knows the city pretty well at this point, so there's probably nothing to worry about, but still. Better keep an eye out just in case. We're here. This is the Shady District. I got a little lost and took the long way around, though. Whoa, what is that? It smells delicious. Hey, stop running off. Wait, that's not the way to the police station. And where are you going at this hour, young lady? It's a little late for children to be running around alone. Eep! Hey! Oh, don't worry about us. I'm just taking these lost kids to the police station. Huh? Alright then, just don't get lost, okay? I'm heading home myself. Whoa! Hey, you're too fast. I'm just glad you didn't cause any trouble. This street goes to the police station. Just stick with me, okay? Okay. Yeesh, had me sweating for a sec. Wait, what are you doing? This is the wrong way. How are you kids doing out here this late? We're just getting the party started. You brats trying to spoil our fun? Guess not everyone can just conveniently use a mini-map button. I'm scared. Help me. This is just a mess tonight. Look, we're not up to anything. We're just passing by, so can you please let us through? What was that? Don't get up. You get up and eat with us, brat. You want through, huh? Well, sorry, kid. You gotta pay the toll, see? Us poor boys gotta eat. Inflation really hits hard, you know? Huh? Why should I pay you, Mira? Do you not have jobs? There are plenty of places you could work to get some money. Say it again, little punk-ass bitch. You wanna go? Spoiled rotten. Never got taught to respect your elders. Well, let's give her a little lesson then. She'll pay in teeth. Eep! Oh no! Youch! A coin! Ouch! Ow! What the shit? How can a little girl hit that hard? Do you still want to fight? Or do you just want to come with me to the police station? No, man, we're good. We'll start working tomorrow. Yeah, working real hard. Are you okay? Holy cow, you beat them up in a flash. You're so cool. I want to be strong like that when I grow up. Oh, that was nothing. I had some help there too. I was just making sure you didn't kill him. The precinct's just over there. Don't want to keep your parents waiting, right? They arrived at the station to find the parents waiting for them. They scooped the kids with open arms, relief washing across their faces. Freddy and Van were showered in thank yous before they made their way out. Thanks for that, Van. You told the parents to come to the station, didn't you? I don't know what you're talking about there. Sorry. How about you, though? Never picked you as the type to take initiative like that. You could have just left it to the adults, but nope, you really took the reins there. They kind of reminded me of my own siblings, so I just couldn't leave them alone. Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that. You got a brother and sister, right? You did kind of give off a big sis vibe the way you were helping them. Hey, that's embarrassing. I am a big sister, though. My little sister's 10, my little brother's 8. Whoa, your mom and pop got busy. Must be hectic growing up in the tribe like that. Yeah, being one of the older children, I would help Umi around the house, and I look after other kids too. They sneak in combat training whenever I got the time, and sometimes I would sneak a peek at the tribal meetings. It was pretty crazy looking back on it. I didn't get much time to rest because I was always training and helping out. Not to say this job is easy. I'm not slacking, I promise. I'm giving this job my all, just like my training. Don't worry about it. I know you are. How did the little ones take it when you left? They cried when old Reliable had to leave the nest? Well, yeah, My older brother left a few years ago himself. He only comes back to visit once a year. He's all by himself out there now. Huh. I want to grow up to be like him, so I feel that's something I gotta do too. That's what I told my younger siblings when I left. Honestly, I still don't know why we need to do this, or why my brother needed to anyway. He could have lent that strength to the tribe and helped us all grow back home. So you really never heard why he left? No, but I think Abi knows. He gave him permission to leave. I just wish he would tell me. I see. Well, maybe he has his reasons. Maybe when I'm all grown up, he can tell me. I've got a long way to go before I can call myself a warrior anyway. So that's my goal. I'm going to grow up strong enough for Abi and my brother to accept me as a real warrior. That's the spirit. And she's more responsible than I gave her credit for. Felt like I'd have to babysit her at the start, but nope. Oh, something wrong, man? Oh, no, it's nothing. Anyway, I got these meat buns from the Eastern restaurant over by Tyrell. Want some? What? How do you know I was so hungry? I'd love some. Those meat buns didn't last long. Van very quickly resumed their patrol, bellies appeased.
May Arusha grant you her protection, Van.
Okay, sharpshooter. Rumored street performer. Van made his way over to the station to see a street musician performance. You can see why people have been raving about her. Wait, she seems to looks kind of familiar. Why are you auto-scrolling without voicing it? Illegal. That's illegal.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. I hope we meet again.
You were great today. I can't wait to hear your next song. I'll be back again for sure. What? Your hat says disguise on it. What the heck? I'm sorry, but I'm done for today. Just here to say I like your performance. Even if I'm putting a single out, it's all like hotcakes for sure. Thanks for the above confidence. However, there's no shortage of capable artists out there who can write and perform at my level. The music industry is hard to break into. That's definitely true for no-name artists. But you and I both know your songs would take the world by storm if you used your real name. Let's continue this conversation elsewhere, shall we? I'm surprised you saw through my disguise. I even changed the tone of my voice. How do you know it was me? It mostly came down to luck. I wasn't 100% sure myself. If only I knew you from your movies, you'd had me fooled for sure. But I've seen you up close and personal several times at this point. I need to get my act together. I've never been found out before now, so maybe I was getting a little careless. This isn't the first time I've seen you in disguise, by the way. I saw you in an Aramis outfit once. Oh, remember that? Oh, is it because... So this one actually remembers what I did at that event, huh? Yeah, it left an impression on me. You were acting different from usual back then, too. In the movie theater. So you like doing stuff like this. I do. I enjoy going out in disguise from time to time. It makes for good practice as well. When I'm on a set, everyone knows I'm playing a part. But when I'm out in the wild, I can take on any role I want and no one would know I'm acting. It's made for a fun little hobby. So you're acting on the clock and your downtime. Damn, talk about being dedicated to your craft. I suppose I just can't get enough of it. Although it mostly stems from a complex I've had since I was a child. I don't exactly have a distinct self. Perhaps that's why I've always wanted to act like someone else, and why I ultimately gravitated to acting. Or maybe I just wanted something that helped me avert my eyes from the uncomfortable truth. My motivation for choosing this career path is purely selfish. I'm sure my fans would be let down if they knew. And I wouldn't call that selfish. It's normal to want to change something you don't like about yourself. You think so? I know so. Let's say your hobby's only going to get her the higher up you get in the ladder of fame. But I doubt you need me to tell you that. Yes, I know that all too well. The risk of me getting recognized will only grow as I get more famous. But the mounting challenge will only serve to make the success all the more sweet. All that talk about you not having a distinct self was a big fat lie. Well, you said it yourself. The challenge makes success all the more sweet. Those are the words of someone who gets fired up when the odds are stacked against them. That's a pretty unique quality, and it's one that no one I know has. And it's not half as unique as your willingness to turn people's words against them. Hey, I'm just trying to help a friend believe in themselves a little. Oh, I know. I'm only teasing you a little. Really, though, thank you. I feel better about this now. Glad to help. Anyway, please don't tell anyone about this hobby of mine. I'd like it to be our special little secret. Sure thing. She really knows how to knock you off your feet. Guess she ain't an award-winning actress for nothing. After Nina departed, Van resumed his patrol once more.
Now, who should I be next? See if you can spot me next time.
Dex +3. Van headed to the meetup location indicated by the mail. Van over here. My thanks for coming out here. It's been a few hours, yes? Thank you for answering my call. Why are you hiding there? I know you're good with arts and everything, but don't you have your right hand with you? Or even just one bodyguard? As I wrote to you, I managed to lose them for a moment. Shall we be off then? Let us share the night as men, savoring all the dazzling delights of Egypt's nightlife. Are we kind of regretting this? 3 minutes prior. Calvard's film culture is truly impressive. Big studios, small, they all manage to release some rare, fine pieces of cinema. The ordinary members of the public have places like this they can visit to enjoy such work is also wonderful. We really must work to further spread into Alzheimer's. Wouldn't you agree, Najee? Yes, our time at the film festival really heightened my appreciation for movies. Well then, now to decide our next destination. Any ideas? Shouldn't we call it an evening, Your Highness? You have meetings with other Calvardian businesses scheduled for tomorrow and beyond, after all. I suppose you're right. Very well, let's return to our hotel. As you wish, I'll have them send a car to... What is it? What? There's been a collision along our route back? Give me the details. I need to know exactly what's going on. We can't risk exposing His Highness to any potential danger, no matter how slight. A-Team, go to the scene and report what you find. B-Team, search for any viable substitute routes we can take if necessary. You sure it was okay for you to slip out like that? I guess that's up to you, isn't it? Given the situation, if by some off chance something were to happen to me, I dare say the obvious person to hold responsible would be... Scratch that, I don't just kind of regret this. I want to erase all evidence that's ever happened and then book it out of here. No, don't be like that. There's no one better to fulfill this role than you. Think of this as a symbol of my trust. Fine, where do you want to go anyway? Excellent, you're everything I hope for, Van. I marked a few places I was hoping to visit. The one closest by would be... Oh, excellent. So this is the rock and roll that's been so popular lately. I've heard this song before. Inevitable Struggle? I dare say if ever this music could even sweep me away. We can get closer to the stage. Then let's do so. Hey man, that's a wild get up. This is your first time at a live show? Come on man, get in this room. Just match the energy and go wild. You don't have a civilian disguise like other famous people, huh? Go wild. So like this. Everyone government suits around these parts think they're so... they're just something else, huh? We run the country, they say. A bunch of BS is what it is. You're right. Yeah, so I say that applies to more than just government. The hierarchy breeds haves and have-nots. And this zeitgeist of noblesse oblige instills some sensitivity among the upper class. What's that? Look at Fancy Pants here, talking like he knows everything. Why don't you go back to looking down on us peasants from your penthouse or hick? He's harmless, man. Give him a break. I'll treat you around if you look their way from me. Now there's the guy who knows what's up. Well, this isn't going as smoothly as I hoped. Van and Cherie toured some more entertainment venues before heading for a bathhouse to wash off all the sweat and second-hand booze. So this is great. These baths have a different feel to them compared to your average hammam. They're the best place I know for when you need to pick me up. Can only imagine what it must be like talking with the big boss. Indeed, I can't go into detail about what we discussed, of course, but one might certainly describe our meeting as taxing, to say the least. I will say for a man so powerful, he was fairly candid, somewhat anticlimactic, really. I suppose that's what it takes to win such broad support among the public after the distrust garnered following the war and economic crisis. He's a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure, damn sure. I know he's up to something with Renee. Between you and me, I believe my sister would have done a far better job navigating that conversation than I did. I forgot you had a sister. Isn't she a fair bit younger than you? That's right, though her age belies her intellect. Her mind is quite sharp, but unfortunately her tongue is far sharper. She always feels the need to get word in edgewise, under pretext of supporting me as the heir to Elsam's throne. She and my father, the Grand Prince, both have lofty expectations for me. I hope that when the time comes, I'll be able to meet them. Sounds pretty rough. You got a lot riding on your shoulders. You're not wrong. I wish to broaden my horizons, so I can make Elsheim a nation capable of standing on par with Zemuria's great powers. That's why I decided to come to the Republic. I wanted to study it and take it as much as I could. That was the plan anyway. Despite that, all I did at first was indulge night after night. Not that I didn't enjoy that, mind you. That free time just left me thinking. What would he say if we were here? What would he do if he was in my shoes? He? Who are you? Oh, you mean that wandering bard, yeah? Claudel knows him. She told me a little about him while we were in Farbad. He's quite the guy. I caught wind of a lot of what he got up to through work 2 years ago. The very same. He traveled the continent from a young age, advocating for harmony between nations. I had the pleasure of meeting him once before. He'd come to visit Alsheim, and I saw firsthand what kind of man he really was. Quite the charmer he is. It wasn't long before I held him in the highest esteem. And that's what I've been chasing this whole time, following his example, growing and bettering myself for that goal. I fear, however, that I can never measure up to him. He's special in his own right, and I worry I'll never reach the pedestal I put him on. It feels as though I'm falling after a mirage in the desert, so tantalizing yet forever just out of my reach. No offense, but that kind of caught me off guard. Didn't realize you had such deep thoughts. Not that I want to tell you what to do or anything, but it looks to me you gotta start living your own life. My own life? Elaborate. At the end of the day, you've got to strive for something more than just being a copycat. You can't always live in the shadow. You're the only one who can choose how to live your life. So what if you get a little lost in that desert? It's not all sand. An oasis will pop up here and there, for you to rest when you're weary. And you know how I'm so sure? Because there are suckers like me who choose to be a spriggan. Now that's a dark and uncertain path. But what I'm trying to get is that there's not just one way to live a life, or achieve a goal. Everyone has their own compass. What do I know, really? I'm just an outcast, so maybe don't put so much stock in what I say. On the contrary, my friend, what you said has done a lot to put my mind in hard ease. I never thought I'd be taking life lessons from the likes of you. It seems you perhaps lived a richer life than I first thought. Richer is one way of putting it. Don't know if I agree, though. I'm just a handyman who's been in the business for a while now. Do you have a nice back, Your Highness? I've come to pick you up. Well, we finally found me, Najee. Or knowing you, you probably didn't even lose me in the first place. I'm leaning towards the latter. I found it strange you somehow managed to shake off Zamaria's most fearsome bodyguard. I'll take it as a compliment. Had it been anyone else but you, I wouldn't have allowed him to remain alone. So as long as His Highness had a fruitful night out, I suppose it was worth the trouble. There you go, always a step ahead of me. Thank you, Van. I learned a lot during our rendezvous this evening. I feel as though I've peered a little more into those unknowable depths of yours. I pray you find great success with your assignment in Basel, not only as a client who's retained your services, but as a friend who has bared much to you now, literally and figuratively. Thanks, Your Highness. I promise we'll do what we can to deliver you results. This hasn't been such a bad night after all.
One of these days, you'll have to come to Alsheim. My sister and I would gladly welcome you.
Sun lamp. Okay. Leader of Hope, Strength 10. I think that's all my activity points. Why is it always gotta be so limited? Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.